Hi everyone. Today I'll be looking at the use of contrapuntal elements in Bach's chorales. Although typically analysed predominantly for their four-part harmonic writing, in varying degrees many of Bach's chorales include contrapuntal elements. The type of elements and the extent to which they're used in all four parts is, however, always dependent upon the structure of the given chorale melody. In Chorale 43, for example, the eighth note quarter note figures at the beginnings of these phrases allows Bach to occasionally imitate these figures in some or all of the other parts. Here in the bass, for example, he answers the soprano melody with a partial canon at the fifth, while the inner parts use only the opening rhythm. Here only the tenor imitates the soprano's descent, while the alto uses only the rhythm and the bass a different figure. And here, while the alto harmonizes the soprano figure in thirds, the bass's figure uses the soprano's melodic contour but alters the rhythm. And here Bach again uses imitation between the bass and soprano, while the tenor uses only the rhythm. And here the bass harmonizes the soprano in tenths, and the inner parts use different figures. In Chorale 283, Bach introduces this eighth note motif, which he uses in different guises throughout the chorale. Here he uses it imitatively between the bass and tenor, here between the alto and tenor, and here he moves between the tenor, alto, bass, and back to the tenor. In this chorale, the motif is in no way dependent upon the given soprano melody and is only found in the lower three parts. Through the first and final phrases particularly, Bach has modified the rhythm of these lower parts to facilitate the introduction of the motifs. For example, inclusion of rest through the chorale focuses attention on the motivic usage. In Chorale 176 also, the rhythmic interplay between these motifs and their modifications is used throughout. For example, here, this dotted quarter note eighth note combination is used first in the alto, then the bass, and this eighth note group is used with a dotted quarter note, after a tied half note, and attached to form a four note group. In this chorale, many of the motifs are already present in the given soprano melody, and their presence there and use in the other parts adds cohesion through the work. Less overt contrapuntal elements may also be found in other chorales, such as this partial canon between these chords in Chorale 115. Here, this figure of an ascending major and minor second begins from each chord's third degree, while this descending second moves from each chord's doubled third, and this descending minor second descends from their root notes. An ascending major second figure also begins from each chord's fifth degree and harmonizes in thirds the major and minor second figure beginning from the chord's third degrees. Harmonically, these figures produce three major chords whose root notes are each a fifth above the previous. The second and third chords are then preceded by secondary half diminished seventh chords. Theoretically, because it's based on a fifths progression, this combination of parts and chords could be continued ad infinitum. However, here Bach is constrained by the notes of the given melody. He was, however, able to include this chord combination and the canon because of this descent in the given soprano. I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching. See you next time.